police investigating murder cases after two Rea Vaya bus drivers were shot and killed in Protea Glen. That happened last night. According to reports, one of the drivers has stopped at a traffic light on Wild Chestnut Street when unknown number of suspects opened fire. Services have been temporarily suspended. Hasina Gori is part of our team watching developments, and she joins us now live. And Hasina, we're still trying to piece together what might have taken place yesterday. Hopefully we'll be able to hear now from the city of Joburg about their response to this.
Yes, Ayanda, when we last spoke, we were in Protea Glen, where the scene of that first incident that took place, as you described it, the driver being shot when he stopped at that robot there, passengers not harmed in that specific incident. We've now moved to the second scene where police have confirmed this morning they're also investigating. It's in Mapetla. We're told that this specific driver had been shot with 8 bullets. We're here with the city of Johannesburg. I want to bring in the city of Johannesburg, the MMC for transport. Kenny Konene, thank you so much for being here this morning. We're hearing these reports of these two drivers being killed in Rea Vaya overnight. Let's start with the response from the city of Joburg. We've seen a statement from the mayor saying that they expressed shock on this incident. Let's just start with that sentiment.
Yes, we are indeed shocked. We are saddened by this barbaric act. But it is clear from the reports that we have that this was a well-orchestrated hit. This was an assassination. I understand that where we are now here at Mapetla, next to Mapetla Secondary School, this is where the first hit happened at 8:30. And when you look at the distance between here and the second area where the second shooting happened, which is next to Kuro College in Protea, it takes about 9 minutes. So they hit here at 8:30. And I think it was about 8 bullets that were shot. The driver was shot whilst he was driving. When the bus got stuck, they came to finish him. When the paramedics arrived, he was still alive, but he died on the way. And when you look at Protea, 17 bullets were shot. So there's a clear assassination. We don't want to speculate. We do not know why it happened. We will allow the South African Police Services to do their investigation. We understand that 4 people have been arrested who were in the vicinity of the shooting, who are Lesotho nationals. The police are not yet sure if they are the culprits, but they're investigating. I understand that they found an unlicensed firearm in their possession, so they are investigating. But as the city of Johannesburg, as the government of local unity, we are hoping that the law will take its course. Nobody must fight the system. This is a government program to assist the residents of Johannesburg.
And I want to bring in that specific issue, that this Rea Vaya feeder system was inactive for almost a year when the first bus contractor was put under business rescue. It reopened 2 months ago only, with much pushback from the taxi industry. You have tried to have meetings with the taxi industry regarding this issue in November last year. We've seen issues of the buses not being able to resume work and police having to be called in. Has that issue been, come to fruition? Has there been dialogue that was able to happen post that? And have the buses been able to continue working in this year?
Look, yes, the buses have continued to work. We don't want to speculate that it is the taxi industry that has committed this heinous crime. We don't want to speculate that. And we don't want to also speculate that it might be the feeder buses that could have been the issue, because one bus driver is from Piotrans, which is a company that was empowered for 1A, and then the second driver is from Ditsamaiso, which is another empowerment company. which has been operating for quite some time. So we don't want to say the issue is the feeder buses, because Ditsamaiso does not have that issue. But it's very suspicious that you would find a driver for Piotrans and a driver for Ditsamaiso being assassinated on the same night in a well-planned, well-executed assassination. And that is why I'm saying that we are government. And as government, we must show that we are in charge. We are going to have meetings with the police service. We would want the perpetrators of this heinous crime to be brought to book. They did not only murder the drivers, they did not only assassinate the drivers, they are intimidating the residents of Soweto. They are intimidating the drivers of these buses. So this is, today the buses are not on the routes, because we understood that the drivers will be traumatized, the drivers will be afraid. So we don't want to put the lives of the residents, of the commuters at risk, with drivers who are still in trauma, who might not be able to drive properly. That is why we then said, let us ground the buses today, but tomorrow the buses will resume in the morning. JMPD has committed that they are putting together a plan today so that they can be able to then escort the buses and go to strategic BRT stations. But this is a declaration of war against the residents of Soweto, against the government of local unity, and against provincial and national government. This is a serious declaration of war, and we must respond in the same way as government to what has happened here.
We've seen in the last week incidences across 3 provinces, Gauteng being the latest, of buses being impacted. Are you concerned that this is, as you're saying, an orchestrated, well-executed attack on the bus industry?
I cannot link what happened in Mpumalanga. I saw that there were buses that were burnt there. I cannot link it to this. But I'm saying, whether it's in Mpumalanga, whether it's in Johannesburg, whether it's in KZN, whether it's in Northwest, this is a declaration of war. These are buses this is a program that was started by government. So when you attack people that are servicing the residents of Johannesburg as per government program to assist our people with public transport, you are declaring war on government.
That was MMC in the city of Johannesburg of Transport, Kenny Konene, speaking to us here where we're at as we're hearing now, this was actually the first scene of the attack. Just to talk you through, Ayanda, what we do know now, that where we're standing right now, I'm going to ask Bulelani to give you that shot of where we are here across from that secondary school. It's believed at 8:30 p.m. last night, the first bus driver, I'm told one of them was only employed for 2 months at this specific route. He just began work in December here, and he was shot 8 times here. The cartridge is still lying there on the ground, and it's believed that he then went across the road, he continued driving, and he was shot again. And the distance between this first incident and the second incident that took place is 9 minutes. That is in Protea Glen, where we were at in the morning. And it's believed that there at least 17 bullets were used and shot at that driver. We're told that this first driver, the paramedics did arrive at the scene. He was still alive, but he died on the way and en route to the hospital. We're hearing that according to the city of Johannesburg and according to the MMC, that 4 people have been arrested who were found near the area of the crime scene. An unlicensed firearm was found with them. We're going to try to get police to get confirmation on that specific arrest and whether they're linked to the incident. We've been trying to get hold of Rea Vaya, but beyond the statement, they said they were still in meetings. Same with the police, saying that they spoke to us through and via their statements. They won't be doing interviews at this stage. We'll continue to try getting you more information, putting together and getting a better kind of understanding of what exactly took place, and also hearing from the city of Johannesburg right now that buses will resume. We're hoping to get that confirmation from Rea Vaya, but for now, the Rea Vaya buses are not in service. They've been suspended today. We've spoken with some residents speaking to us here in Soweto, saying they were unable to go to work, saying they were unable to get to school, having to find different alternatives. When we drove in this morning into Soweto, we did see some long queues outside of this specific area. We'll continue watching the story as it develops.